the pandemic is still not over, and yet you're actually closing the project down. You made your last update to the tracking project. Why stop now?
Yeah, so I think in the beginning, there were very few kind of resources and models out there, especially when I started a year ago. I think there were only maybe like a handful of models. And now, the CDC has over 30 models that are forecasting deaths. And we also have a lot of kind of other resources being dedicated to doing a lot of the things that my model has traditionally done. So for example, right, like vaccination projections, I think the CDC has done a great job of kind of revamping up their data pipeline for other researchers and scientists to work off of. So kind of I felt like the additional work that I can contribute has kind of lessened over the past few months, and that's a great thing. We're definitely kind of seeing a lot of effort being put into kind of revamping and improving our understanding of both from a modeling perspective, also just from understanding the pandemic. And so, yeah, I think you're right? The pandemic isn't over. I think we still have a few more months to go. But overall, I'm optimistic for the future. And I think by the summer, anyone who wants to get a vaccine will be able to get one. So at that point, right, I think we'll be able to kind of see a quick return to normal, by the end of the summer.
Kids might not be vaccinated until next year. Give us your last prediction. When do you think the pandemic will fully end?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough question. I think it's hard to say kind of that the pandemic will definitively end at some certain point. I think we'll get to a stage where the virus will still be circulating throughout the community, but we are going to be able to protect our most vulnerable population through vaccinations. And so I think at that point, right, like we will have to be able to kind of learn to kind of essentially live with a virus, and it's not going to be kind of completely over, because right, come the fall, there's a chance we'll still see kind of a minor surge, but it's still very far in the future. And I think, when we're looking at this near future, I think summer is a great place to see where we can kind of begin to show some kind of normalcy, where we can kind of return to what we were doing before the pandemic. So for that, I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic.